Another day of stealing my brother's clothes. So hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I have recreated my own old makeup look, and this is the makeup, and this is basically a makeup reel video I had filmed a long time ago on Instagram when I had just started content creation. I started from Instagram, so I've recreated my own look and the video is still on my Instagram if you guys wanna see it. So this was an era when I had recently bought the elf bite size eyeshadow palettes, and I was trying to do every look possible with these palettes. So if you want to see in detail how to recreate this makeup, then without any more blabbering, let's get started. So my brows are done and I used the Cosrx essence to prime, and now let's move on to concealing. I'm sure in that makeup of mine I used foundation, but I don't use foundation anymore, and the whole point of this video is how I used to do makeup back then versus how I do it now, and the changes and the development in my skills, just to see the difference. I have a very nice fresh little something here and here and the sun. I just try to pick at all of them yesterday, that's why they are so, but let's try to cover it. So I use the Too Faced Born This Way in Warm Sand. I wish I had discovered this back then also. This is like a foundation, it's not a concealer to me anymore. This is all I use, and I use a generous amount wherever I need. I'm also really scared to put the concealer directly on very inflamed and very fresh pimples, because I feel like it's going to make it worse for me. So I'm just going to put a little bit. I'm not going to touch the applicator directly onto it. I'm going to just pick up the product from my brush and place it there. So I'm going to cream contour next, because I do remember myself using cream products first, like religiously, and then setting everything with powder products on top, which you'll not see me doing that often these days. I'm gonna cream contour today first. This is the Makeup Revolution foundation stick in F17. I'm just gonna stroke that onto my face. This is how I used to do it before. I didn't do the whole shebang of putting the product on a palette and then taking the brush and all of that. And blend everything out. I don't put the product directly onto the very hollows of the face, because then if you're blending it out and then you blend it too low, because that happens naturally when you're trying to blend things out. So it's always preferable to put the product a little bit higher, so when you blend in everything, then it stays in the perfect place. Also, don't do your contouring the way I did today with little spots all over the face. It is a little bit more difficult to blend out that way, so always do the old steps that I've showed in my previous videos. I'm also nose contouring a little bit. I'm kind of doing a mix of how I used to do my makeup back then plus today. Next up, some cream blush. I have had this Flower Beauty blush in Melon for a very long time. So I think I had this back then. So I'm going to use this one. And also, weirdly enough, you don't see enough blush on my face, which I'm not going to do my makeup that way. I don't know how. I've always loved blush, but I don't know what happened in this video. Maybe the camera didn't pick up as much. So it did take me a little bit of time to realize that the makeup looks half as intense as it does in real life versus on the camera. It looks very faded and doesn't show up that much. So I learned to do a little bit heavier every step in order to make it show on the camera. So maybe I didn't know that back then. So I used to be a fan of this blush placement back then, like very lifted, and I used to do it all over like this, which I guess I picked up from Christian Dominique. I was such a fan of her back then. I still am, but I used to be I had recently discovered her, I remember that. So I used to follow all her techniques. I've always been a YouTube makeup video watching girly. Always loved that. So I'm gonna set the face now with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake in Peach Pie. Following that up with the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. So after setting my face with the powder, I like to go over with the setting spray. I'm going to go over the bronzer with some powder bronzer, and I'm using the Rimmel London bronzer. I can't show it because it's broken now. Like these very little might seem silly to, you know, beginners and people who don't really know that much about makeup. Like when you pick up the powder bronzer or any powder product, you're gonna pick it evenly on the brush, like coat the brush evenly. This is too much product, so what you have to do is go over a cleaner surface and really blend in on the brush, like make the product even on the brush and then go on your skin and apply evenly, because otherwise, like when you pick up a lot of product and go straight on, it's a patch, a blob of product that always leads to messiness and muddiness. So like these little steps that I've learned through the 4 years that I've been doing makeup is really what has improved it for me. And I'm here to like make you a pro basically from a complete beginner without having to wait 4 years. So, and I've learned makeup majorly from YouTube and Instagram and all of that, all these iconic, very favorite of everyone creators. So after this, you can see this stark line of bronzer right here, like it's so intense, and I did apply a lot of bronzer today. So in order to make this a lot more even and blended, I'm gonna take the basically a foundation brush, a very densely packed brush, and go over the edges of it. Use a very dense brush to blend all the powder, and this also helps pick up like too much product or you know, unnecessary product that's just gonna sit on top of your skin. Look at the difference, this side and this side. These are goals in life. The same thing on the other side. The Swiss Beauty blush in Just Rose. I would have liked to use a like lighter nude tone, like the Essence blush in Befitting. I love that one. I don't have that with me, so I'm just gonna use this right over this area, and it's gonna give a very nice lifted look. And also when you start doing makeup, like, and practice and just keep on doing makeup just like, you know, sits in your hand, on your fingers, and you like know naturally the movements and where you should hold the brush for the intensity of pigment whenever you're applying different products and everything. It just naturally comes to you, like just becomes your friend. And otherwise, like in the very beginning when I used to do my makeup, it horrible so I did one eye off camera, just a little test run, and it's so nostalgic. While I was doing this makeup, this eye, let's recreate it on this side. So first thing, I'm gonna use the elf. This is the exact product I had used before as well. This is so old, and at this point I've talked about this palette so much that elf should definitely be paying me. But this is the elf bite size eyeshadow. Like, the condition of it is very bad, and this is the shade pumpkin pie. But I'm going to take this very cool brown on a brush like this, a tiny little brush. You will never guess where I got this brush from. Like, it was a set. I have a few still with me, just I think these two, no more. But I got this from Reliance Fresh. Yes. And you're going to relax your eye, okay? Not make any stretching or eye shape or none of that. Just relax and look down, and you're going to notice the curve and the natural contour of your eye, and that's where you want to put it. I'm going to start from under the brow right here and go like this, okay, and go out like that, like little wing shape that you can see here, and just keep building that color till it becomes dark enough, and just this much is enough. Another thing that you can do to take this to the upper level is from here you can connect it a little bit with your nose contour, just like very light handed. Like, I have some of the same eyeshadow on the brush and I'm just taking it down. Same thing. This is very cool tone, but don't get scared. We're gonna use the foundation brush to blend it away a little bit, and you can instantly see how, like, swiftly it's just blending in. It's not as intense. In order to get that wing, I'm going to first start with the Wet n Wild eyeliner in brown and draw the shape of the wing, and then I'm gonna go over it with a black eyeshadow to set and make the black color. And it's a lot easier this way. Using a brown eyeliner is always easier than a black one. Now I'm gonna use a black eyeshadow, which I again can't show, and that's the exact one I used in that makeup as well. It is completely shattered, and it's a Wet n Wild single eyeshadow in the shade Panther, which is black. Now I'm gonna use this little bronzy shimmery shade and put that right on the very inner part of my lower lash line. I used to be a fan of doing this. Whatever makeup I did, I'd put a little bit of shimmeriness on this area. Follow that up with a champagne highlighty shade on the inner corner, and the same shimmer on the brow bone. I really used to do this back then, which I don't anymore. I don't love a shimmery brow bone. And that is it. A little extra step that I did. I used the Charlotte Tilbury powder with a nice and flat brush and really clean up this like contour up here. I also want to highlight my nose a bit. Now we have nothing else to do but the stunning lip combo. Also a huge fan that I was of this particular shade. It's the Maybelline lipstick in nude nuance. It was very big favorite. So I'm going to do it the classic way, like I used to do it. I'm going to apply the lipstick first. Next up, I'm going to use some lip liner to shape the lip. I'm going to use the Milani in the shade Spice. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes and put on some mascara, and I'll be right back. I've always been a fan of just curling the lashes and putting on mascara. I've never used false lashes like frequently on every single makeup look. So this is the finished makeup, and I really did enjoy filming my own old makeup recreation. I have filmed everyone else's like Pinterest makeup and celebrity makeup, but I really got this idea and wanted to film that. So if you like this kind of video, then do let me know, and do let me know what kind of videos you want to watch in general. So if you did enjoy the video, then do like, share and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.